It's Bonnie. Happy Wednesday. I am back. Oh my gosh, you guys. Kringle Candle Halloween. I've just put together a buying guide to try and help everyone figure out which scents they want. So, um, I got the date mixed up in my head. They launch August 2nd at 12:01, which means it's tomorrow night because it's as we go into August 2nd. I said I was going to do my live on Friday, which actually would have worked because these are going to be available. I don't think they're going to sell out. I think they've actually kind of fixed that, but you never know. We could get some sellouts early. I'm hoping they don't sell out that quickly. But I'm actually going to do my live tomorrow night, probably around like 10 or 11. I got to figure out my time schedule. So I am a Kringle Candle ambassador, which means that Kringle Candle did send me these candles to review and preview for free. And if you use the code Queen Geeks, you're going to get 15% off. So there are 12 returning candles and 6 new candles. I reviewed everything but thirst at this point. But what I've done is kind of put together different scent families so you can figure out which is which. So I've got kind of a gourmand fruity section. We're going to talk about that. I've got an earthy dirt section. We've got the boozy section. And then we've got like the, I want to call them like the almost like the witchy scents that smell like you would expect like a cauldron to smell. So I'm going to go through all of these. What's interesting is candy corn did not come back this year, which I was really surprised. I love candy corn, but there are a lot of other gourmand scents to enjoy. So if you can only get like 2 or 3 candles, grab a piece of paper and a pen, and maybe you can like write these down as I'm going through them. So the first one I want to talk about is It's Evil. There's definite it reference there. So It's Evil is pastry, spice, butter, caramel, almond, and vanilla, which is kind of funny because it is a lot scarier than that. This one basically smells like an almond butter cookie. So this is going to be your full-on gourmand kind of almond cookie scent. It does have a really strong almond spice note. So it's definitely, it's a cookie with a kick. So if you like cookies with a kick and you like almond and you like that spice, that might be an option. One of my favorite gourmand candles is the Graveyard Night. This one's caramel, fruity, bayberry, let's see, anise star, pumpkin spices, cloves, cinnamon, sweet milk, musk, and powdery. It's a really creamy, like gentle scent. It's not like full on caramel. There's a lot going on in this one. You get the cinnamon note, you get the pumpkin note, but this is definitely more of a traditional like caramel pumpkin candle for Halloween. Next up, we have Halloween, which is actually your black licorice candle. So this one is black licorice. Sometimes these lids stick, by the way. Oh, I love this one. This is like one of my favorites. So this one is black licorice, anise, fennel, clove, nutmeg, cinnamon, musk, cedarwood, sweet tonka, and vanilla. So if you're looking for more of that black licorice anise note, you're going to want to get Halloween. Next up, we have Trick or Treat. Check this one out. I love this one. This one is poison apple, green aldehyde, fir, marine, pine, cinnamon, clove, sandalwood, musk, cedarwood, wasonic wood, and moss. Again, a lot going on. Remember yesterday I said we didn't have a lot of pine candles? The Haunted Hollows has a different kind of pine. This one has a more appley pine. So I would put this one in like the fruit collection, but it's got a lot of other stuff. So there's a couple of apple ones this year. This is more of a marine. outdoorsy apple, but it's really good. Like I love Trick or Treat. If you're looking for a full-on fruity candle, you're going to go with Sinister, which I don't have on my desk right now. Sinister is ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, Moscato wine, dark plum, cranberry, amber, vanilla, coconut, and musk. It's one of my favorites. Like if you really want that deep plum, fruity scent, Sinister actually did sell out last year. So that's one that I'm going to put the, oh my gosh, you might want to get it early. Sinister is a favorite year after year. So I would consider like putting a little star next to Sinister if you want a really wonderful, like fruity scent. The next one in the kind of foodie gourmand category is Nevermore. This is the new label. I showed the old one before. This is the label that they're going to have this year. It's chai spice, honey, sandalwood, tea, cinnamon, and floral. It's pretty gentle for a Halloween candle, especially for Kringle. There's a bite to it a little bit with some of the spices. The cinnamon floral is a little strong for the base, but I like this one. It's definitely got that chai tea honey, but it doesn't smell like a traditional Halloween candle. I like the bird on it too, I like the raven. So this is in that kind of tea honey category. And then we have, let me see here, Sleepy Hollow. Where did I put my Sleepy Hollow? Did I put my Sleepy Hollow down here? Where did I put Sleepy Hollow, you guys? This was so difficult to organize. There's too many candles here. I never brought Sleepy Hollow up. Where did I put that one? Oh, here it is, Sleepy Hollow. This is another one that actually sold out fairly early. I think everyone likes that Headless Horseman imagery. This is a crossover candle, like I call this, because this one kind of bridges between, I actually had this down there, that's why I had it down there, with the Witchy scent and the Gourmand scent. So it's actually pumpkin spice, incense, cedarwood, clove, caramel, and citrus. I think a lot of people are going to get a little bit confused with this one because you might suspect that it's going to smell like caramel and pumpkin spice. It does not. It's got a heavier like incense clove to it. I mean, the caramel's in there, but I would definitely categorize this in the witchy scent category. So that's why I actually had it down there. The last one in my fruity gourmand that I'm going to show you guys is Dreadful Dolly. If you can get past the odd imagery, which is a little scary, I know a lot of people want this one. I think it's going to be popular, but this is probably a fairly gentle scent. It's definitely a woodsy apple. It's funny. I keep coming back to this one because it's so unique. It's one of the new ones for this year. It's apple, amber, coffee green, wood, and musk. I don't get a lot of coffee in this one when I burned it, but I do get a lot of wood. It almost smells like an old barn that's like storing apples in it. It's really good. It's not super harsh, and it's not as like scary as the imagery. Okay, so those are the kind of foodie gourmand candles. Now, keep in mind that when Kringle does their Halloween candles, aside from like it's evil, there's always a little something else kind of mixed in there. So it's not like straight on like gourmand. Like you're not gonna get like, a chocolate cake candle from Halloween at Kringle. Okay, the next group I want to talk about is the dirt candles, which I personally love. They're like some of my favorites, like these earthy, mossy dirt candles. I loved 7 Days. This one's coming back. This one is Dewy Greens, Herbaceous Leaves, Apple Blossom, Jasmine, Mint Leaf Thyme, Cedarwood, Patchouli, and Geranium Musk. There's a little bit more floral in this one, but it's definitely that mossy outdoor dirt scent, but it's a little heavier on the floral than the other two. So keep that in mind. I love 7 Days. There's just something so fresh about it. I think my favorite candle right now is got to be 6 Feet Under. This is the Earthy Green Dirtwood Patchouli Musk candle. It smells like that fresh scent you get right after it rains on the cement, and it's so like refreshing. I love it. This is actually one of my favorites. I like the dirt smell. I like the cement smell. This one to me is like wonderful. The last one in that kind of family is going to be Cemetery Lane from last year. This one is Dark Mysterious Musk, Midnight Iris, Patchouli Dried Oak, Creeping Moss, Dusky Cedar, and Sweet Earth. So yeah, another earth candle. This one, this one's tough. It's kind of like a combination of like the mossy floral. There's a touch of cement note in there, but it's not really strong. It's funny, Cemetery Lane isn't as dramatic, I think, as 7 Days or 6 Feet Under. Like, I think those two are really, really strong in the, mossy, outdoorsy. 7 Days, like I said, is a little bit more florally, where 6 Feet Under has got more dirt and cement. And Cemetery Lane's got kind of like a combination of the two, but it's really good. Okay, next up we have, I'm going to do the Boozy candles next. There's two kind of Boozy candles. I've not burned Thirst yet, so I don't really have a take on it as an afterburn. But this one is wood, cognac, patchouli, pepper, amber, and tonka. There's someone at the door. GPS. I did not even get up. Coco just settled down. So I was talking about Thirst. Thirst has definitely got like that cognac bite to it. It's a little on the sweet side for me. Actually, it was probably the least appealing of the 6 new ones, just for my taste. I don't like that like sweetness mixed in with the booziness. I mean, it's not as strong as say like Manhattan that we had for the reserve candles, but there's like an odd sweetness that like just didn't appeal to me. The other Boozy candle, which I love, is called Skull and Sonnet. I love the imagery on this one. This one is bourbon, tobacco, sandalwood, suede, amber, and oak. Now, Scarecrow did not come back this year, which was more of like an outdoorsy tobacco. This one is wonderful. This to me smells more like the cabin of like a pirate ship. This one is hot. So of the two Boozy candles, I personally prefer Skull and Sonnet. Okay. Now we're going to do the Witchy candles, and then I've got two candles that I can't put in any category. You're going to find out what those are. Okay, so the Witchy candles are, oops, that's Sleepy Hollow. This is the one that kind of like floats between the two. Of course, the witchiest candle is, I actually need a new Witch's Cauldron, because all I have left is the black wax one from a couple years ago. Witch's Cauldron is cedar, clove, incense, and citrus. This is the witchiest candle of them all. It's that incense, deep smoke, like Shakespearean fire burning in the cauldron, witches around the cauldron, and it's pretty intense. So if you want the witchiest candle of all, you're going to get Witch's Cauldron. That one sometimes sells out a little bit early. Next on the list is Haunted Hollows, which I actually burned last night. This one is the wood smoke, fir, herbal, apple, patchouli, and musk. Honestly, happy birthday, Harry Potter. I prefer this one. This is like my favorite of the kind of wood smoke candles. That pine note is delightful. I love it. So I would definitely, if you don't want the intensity of Witch's Cauldron and you like a little pine, I would go with Haunted Hollows. I really, really like that one. And then we also have Witching Hour, which is coming back from last year. This one is your dried berries, earthy spices, jasmine petals, blue cypress, violet leaf, smoky moss, sandalwood, and tonka bean. So this one, is more of a floral witchy candle. So like Witch's Cauldron is the smokiest of the incense candles. Haunted Hollows is going to be a more gentle wood smoke with the fir. This one is a little bit more of a floral witchy candle. I still get like a little bit of that patchouli incense in there, but it's got a little bit of a floral vibe to it too. So this one is also like not on my favorite list. I don't know why. Like Haunted Hollows is like my candle. I really love that one. Okay, the two that do not fit into any category for me are Coven. I actually think I gave Coven away. Coven, I can't even be in the same room with. It is cinnamon leaf, lemon flower, lily of the valley. I think it's the lily of the valley, you guys. Jasmine, patchouli, musk, sandalwood, and guasonic wood. Oh my gosh. I opened Coven last year, and it was so powdery and overpowering. I was like, whoa, I can't even have this one, like, near me. So the imagery is really cool. I might have it somewhere. I can't remember if I gave that one away, but Coven is, like, not for me at all. It's too intense. The other one that I really can't put my finger on is called Carnage. This is new this year. It's got a really gruesome, interesting imagery on it. I kind of like it, but I'm kind of like, it's odd. It is minerals, red apple, iron, metallic accord, black rose, dark patchouli, timber silk, and clear wood. So there's an odd kind of metallic, gruesome iron sweetness to this one that's like nothing I've ever smelled before in a candle. It's very unique. So if you, oh my gosh, it's just so bizarre. I don't hate it, but it's got like an odd, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It almost smells like the stickiness of what blood would smell like. So it's a little bit off-putting to me. I think it's the iron and maybe the apple's doing it. So, oh my gosh, I don't know about Carnage, you guys. I mean, if you really want to take a risk, I would do Carnage, but unless you're really into those really odd candles, Carnage and Coven are probably the two like outliers. So a lot of people have been asking me, like, which candles to get if you can only get two. And there's a couple of aspects. Like, I would look at the imagery on a lot of these because they're beautiful home decor pieces. Like, I love this. This is really cool. It says, "Damn, it's dark down there." I think that's so awesome. You might want a little bit more traditional, like, you know, this is pretty, the Cemetery Lane. And if it's in a family of scents you like, I would try it. You could do something like you try one Gourmand and one in the dirt earthy realm. If you only like Gourmand candles, It's Evil is definitely, like I said, the most cookie candle in the group. But it's definitely got a kick to it. I mean, it's not like just pure on like delightful cookie. Like there's a little bit of a, like that cinnamon, not cinnamon, spice note. I don't know if it's cinnamon. I don't even know what spice it is. It's almost like kitchen spice in there, but it's a little spicy. Graveyard Night to me is one of like the most delightful of the group because it's kind of like that. It's got like caramel pumpkin. It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it, but it's pretty gentle. Dreadful Dolly, like I said, if you can get past that imagery, that to me is the best apple of the group because we didn't get Poison Apple back this year, although a lot of people didn't like Poison Apple. I loved it. But Dreadful Dolly to me is a really quality apple candle. And Haunted Hollows, like to me, that has the most like Harry Potter vibe. I love the wood smoke. I love the fir. That's a favorite of mine. Sinister, absolutely love that one. That's the fruity, almost smells like plum candy. So like my personal favorites are going to be Sinister for like that plum candy. I love Halloween, which is the black licorice candle. Like if you like black licorice, that's a no-brainer. Get the black licorice candle. Let's see, 7 Days is my favorite in terms of the returning candles. I love this one. This is like that earthy scent. I prefer that one. And then, what other ones on the returning list? I do like Trick or Treat. That's that kind of like mishmash of, it's the poison apple, fir marine. I don't know. I always like kind of like that one. As far as the new ones, Dreadful Dolly, Haunted Hollows, and 6 Feet Under are the three favorites of mine. Although Skull and Sonnet is interesting in that piratey way, but in terms of like raw smell, honestly, 6 Feet Under is like my absolute favorite, and then Haunted Hollows is number 2 for me. And then balloons. We're doing balloons. I got that red balloon. Dreadful Dolly is number 3. Thirst is not even on my list of liking. Carnage, I'm still like stunned because I don't even know what it is. It's just so bizarre. Like, so if you're just trying to get candles on the safe side, I would choose one in the scent family that you enjoy. If you want to take like a big risk and do something like completely different, I would definitely try like Carnage. Coven, you really have to like Lily of the Valley in order to like Coven. That one is intense. Like, I'm hesitant to recommend that one to anyone who hasn't smelled it because it's so strong. Like, it's like blow you out of the room strong. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, like breaking these down. I do have the list of all the scent notes on my blog, Queen of the Girl Geeks, and then tomorrow night I will be on probably doing a live talking more about these, and then you can ask me more questions about the collection. I can't believe this is tomorrow night. I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I will be around. Don't forget to use the code QueenGeeks for 15% off. And thank you to Kringle Candle for sending me these candles to review. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.